I'm a cardiac rehab nurse. I've worked at Clark for about 25 years now.
What does a cardiac rehab nurse do?
We exercise people who have had a heart event of some sort. We monitor them and exercise them.
Okay, so you know about the importance of exercise and all that
Yes,
stuff.
absolutely.
What made you decide to do bariatric surgery?
I've tried every diet there is down the line, and actually I didn't realize it until I wrote it all down for the bariatric nurse for Carolyn, and I realized I had done everything that was out there except hypnotizing. I wasn't hypnotized, but I had done everything else, and so this was kind of my last resort, is how I looked at it. And I do exercise for patients who have heart problems, and some of them are overweight, some of them aren't. But I felt like I wasn't a great example for them, first off. Plus I have blood pressure problems. Plus I've always wanted to be thin. So I decided to do it. When they first started doing it, I really thought about putting myself in for the contest of the first 5 to do it. And then I got on the internet and read about bariatrics and decided, I don't think I can give up all that food. Just can't do it. And then I decided after a year, I can do this. I want to do this. I've done everything else and I can't lose the weight on my own, so I want to do it this way. And I made up my mind, and that was it.
Now you had your surgery what date?
March 13th, Friday the 13th.
Are you happy you did it?
I'm very happy I did it. I've had no problems at all, other than the gas after surgery. That was the least of the problems, and I've had no problems.
Issues that you worried about, were those difficult for you?
The foods really weren't hard. I really thought the rice. I love rice, and she said I could probably never have rice again. So I felt like that was the only thing I was really going to have to give up that I really, really loved. I've already given up candy and Cokes and everything else over the years, so that was the only thing left that I really, really like, the rice. And I won't be able to have rice again. Nor salad. She said salads were out, and I love salads. So those are the 2 things that I've actually had to give up.
And that's been okay?
And it's been okay. I've substituted with other things.
What has been the most difficult thing for you?
I probably drinking the fluid while you're eating. I was so used to drinking a glass of water while we ate, and no longer can I do that. I have to wait 90 minutes before, or 10 minutes before, and 90 minutes after, before you can have anything to drink, and that's the hardest thing that I've had.
That doesn't seem too bad.
It is when you're used to drinking a glass of water with your meal.
What's been the best?
The weight loss. Fitting into clothes. My husband had bought me a new outfit for Christmas, and he was so pleased with his purchase, and I couldn't get into it. And it was a 1X, and I still couldn't get into it. And actually I wore it today. No, this isn't it. It was the outfit I wore in today, but it was a running suit, but I got into it. He's actually not home right now, and so I called him long distance to tell him that I got into his Christmas present, and it was very nice.
How many children do you have?
I have 1 child.
Mm-hmm.
He's 39, and I have 1 grandchild that's 15.
Have you had a lot of family support through this? Is that something that helps, or?
Oh yes, definitely. My family is very, very supportive. My mother was very leery at first. She was afraid of the surgery, but she was for it because I wanted it, but she was worried about the surgery itself. But she's come to the conclusion it was a good idea now. My husband could not be more supportive, nor my child, so it's all worked very well.
What has set the program apart at Clark? I mean, you're an employee there, so you
Right.
know what you're getting into.
And I've heard a lot of people talk about the bariatric surgery. And the thing that I've heard the most about our program and the programs that are out there, most of the Louisville programs, there is no follow-up, none. We have a couple patients that actually have had this surgery and had it done in Louisville with no follow-up. The one woman went 6 months without a fill or visiting the doctor or anything else. Knew nothing about what she was supposed to eat. And I think with this program, going every week and getting weighed and them asking the questions, and I had the new band, the Realized band, put in. And so on the internet, you can go on their site and put every day, I put everything I eat, how I exercise, and then Carolyn can go into that site and see exactly what I'm doing, how much weight I've lost, my measurements. You put your measurements in. I've been doing it once a month, but all of that's right on the computer where she can see it. And I just think the follow-up is the biggest thing. I really do. And I like Dr. Hamilton and Dr. McMillan. I've known them for a long time, and I like them. So I think that always helps when you know the physicians.
Now, have you done the support groups as well?
I did what now?
Have you gone to the support groups as well?
Actually, tonight will be the first night I go to the support group
Oh.
at 6 o'clock.
Oh, well, that'll be interesting to see.
Yes.